Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, TikTok. You are watching Live with LWL, Lindsay with Love. It is Monday, August 12th, 2024, and I'm so excited to be back in action with all of you live. I've missed you all so much. I'm going to give it a minute because TikTok is telling my viewers and my friends that I am live, and it's been a couple of days. So let's see how the day goes for us. In the meantime, I'm going to get myself set up with what I'd like to talk about today, and we will go from there. Good morning. Good morning. We were talking last week about when I was in New York City. Oh my gosh, it feels like forever ago. It feels like forever ago because I'm already back home, but I did take some days off, which was nice. We talked about my kind of time traveling experience, I guess you would call it. And then we talked about my experiencing my own personal projection, which was also a really wild experience. I'm going to finish this story because I started the story on a Tuesday. The part two is Wednesday. Part three was Thursday, but then you guys, I didn't go live on Thursday. So we're going to keep going, giving it a minute. TikTok is saying that they're telling my community I'm live. I don't know if that's real or not, but we're going to keep going anyway. It is what it is. So today we're going to finish the story, and then I want to talk a little bit about if we actually have free will. Do we really? Hello, Julia. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Rebecca. Well, VIP Rebecca's in the house. Welcome to the chat. I am going to talk a little bit today about if we actually have free will, or if everything. VIPE is in the house. VIPE, thank you for your patience. I'm working on your report today. I promise. Good morning, Rebecca. I had to take a couple of days off on Thursday and Friday. First and foremost, I was on vacation in New York City anyway. And secondly, I was getting into burnout mode. And I know myself, the second I start hitting burnout mode, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good place for me to live. Hi, VIPE. Thank you for the likes. Yeah, if you guys could hit the like button a few times. For some reason, it's really taking TikTok a second to tell my viewers that we're live. Thank you, VIPE. I am feeling so refreshed and back in action. It feels so good. I was actually working this morning already on somebody else's report. So it feels good to be back in my routine. But it felt very good to have a break. I think every once in a while we need a break in our routine, something to totally shake us up, energetically speaking. And then we come back into our routine feeling refreshed, activated, alive, ready. That's how I feel today. I feel like I've missed my friends, which are you guys first and foremost. I really missed hanging out with you every single morning. I needed the break, but I've missed you a lot. I've missed the conversation. And there's many things that I've experienced between when I spoke with you last on Wednesday to Monday. I know it's only been 5 days, but it feels like it could have been a lifetime. I was in a whole different city. I was bouncing around the town, right? So let's get into it today. I actually can't wait to talk to you guys. I have some interesting things that I'd like to think through with you. We're going to woo-way it up together, right? If you know about woo-way, you know that we are the river flowing. We are not busting through barriers. We're not breaking through boulders. We're going around them when we can, right? So I want to woo-way with you guys, and I think we'll just kick it off. I do want to finish this story. I feel so, part of me feels very guilty because I left you guys hanging on Wednesday. I was like, okay, this is a 3-part story, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but Thursday morning came and I was like, I can't. I'm just tired. I can't go live today. I can't do anything. I just need to sleep in and live my life. Barbara's in the house. Donna, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the heart. Me, Rebecca, thank you for the likes, you guys. I appreciate you pushing out the energy and to the algorithm of TikTok. All right, so if you were with me on Tuesday, you remember part 1 was, I think I time traveled. I don't know what else to call it, quantum jumped. Maybe I saw NPCs in my real life that are just people in my game. Thank you for sharing the live, Rebecca. Maybe I saw into the future, perhaps. That could have been another thought I didn't kind of think about the other day. Good morning, Sebastian. Hello, Catherine in the chat. Welcome. And so that was part 1. Remember, I went into a deep meditation. I was releasing all these fears, these limiting beliefs. My guides were downloading and helping me very quickly move through this transition. And in a span of 8 minutes, I saw the same people, same positions, same walking space, same everything. And I was like, did I just time travel? Or I don't know. I don't know if it quite matters. Maybe it's not something that's that important of a detail for my specific spiritual path, but it seems like I've time traveled, and it had the same feeling as I had the last time when I met 10 plus, probably 15 years ago at this point, when I met somebody and I said, yeah, because you're a Pisces. And he's like, we never had that conversation. And I was like, well, that's weird. Okay, so let's go on to the next part. Part 2 was I was projecting my own, basically like self-love onto somebody. And I started seeing that person from my own projections. And I started to feel insecurity and jealousy. But my guides were like, you're projecting your energy onto this person. This is not to say they're not a super beautiful soul, because they clearly were, but I was projecting myself, and then I was tail spinning myself into an idea of like insecurity, jealousy, self-sabotage. So that was round 2 of the conversation. You guys, 1 second, really, really briefly. My partner keeps texting me and it's very uncommon. So let me check it very quickly. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're back. He wanted to show me that he fixed some sunglasses. Wild. He's wild. Okay, Nene's in the house. Welcome. Victoria's back. Hey, Victoria, my friend. It's nice to see you here. I've missed you so much. I've missed all my friends so much. So part 3 of the story goes like this. I time travel, quantum leap, release all these fears, all these limiting beliefs in an 8-minute meditation. I see the same people twice, 8 minutes apart. Then I project my energy onto this girl that I don't know at the pool. My guides are like, you are experiencing a test and it's up to you right now if you like to change that energy or if you'd like to keep going into this like spiral. So I was like, whoa, let's stop that, because I just spent my whole last 8 minutes releasing my fears and my insecurities and my limiting beliefs. Then it's 2:29. I have my notes right here on my computer. I want to make sure that I share with you guys like the right time. Like, good morning, Samantha's in the house. Daily shop deals. Oh, welcome to the chat. So then at 2:29, we're still at the pool, and it happens again. It happens again. And you guys know I'm a 2 to make it true. Ever since I saw that little girl on her skateboard and she says 2 to make it true, now in my mind, I'm like 2 to make it true. So I'm like, okay, round 1, a little strange, but there's many things we could say. We could say the person had to go back to their car and I just happened to see them again at the exact space, exact time, in the exact way that they're walking together. Or maybe I'm experiencing now a 2 to make it true. So I'm lying at the pool chair and looking up at the clouds. I was taking a break from reading my Kindle. I was just like relaxing. I was really relaxed, just meditating, living my best life, feeling like very calm on a Sunday. I think it was a Sunday. Anyway, this guy walks by and he has a patch on his sleeve. And he has a very like tight kind of haircut, like shaved kind of. And I thought to myself, at first glance, I thought he was a police officer with like a badge on his arm. And I thought to myself, that's weird that a police officer would be on foot right here. Like, that doesn't really make much sense. And the reason I remembered him and had this whole remembering was because I was like, it's weird that a police officer would be walking by me on foot, just like the guy with the super long ponytail. I noticed him because he had a super long ponytail. So he walks by and I'm like, odd. Cop. But then I see the patch and I like pay more attention. I'm like, okay, that's not a cop. It's somebody that has a long sleeve shirt with a patch. So I say, okay, keep going. And as I'm laying there with my eyes closed, the next thing I know, after like another like meditation kind of moment, I wake up and the same guy with the patch is walking the exact same spot, the exact same way again. So it's not like he went one way and then he came back the other way. It's like minutes go by and he's in the same spot, same patch, same person walking the same way. So then I'm like, is this a 2 to make it true? Good morning, Victoria. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Samantha. Good morning, Valerie. Oh, my friends are back, you guys. Thank you for coming back. I've missed you so much. Good morning, Gail, Ashley. Good morning, Fida. Oh, geez, I'm not going to be able to say that name right. I'm so sorry. Good morning, Mom. Welcome to the chat. Meme Queen, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the likes. Good morning. Valerie says, hi, loves. All right, so is it a 2 to make it true? Did I time travel twice? Am I seeing a pattern in my own reality? The next thought I had was, what the people are walking in the same spot the exact same way. So maybe in the span of time that I was meditating, they had to go back to their car. That would make like logically the most sense. I'll give it that. But twice in one day, that's happened. Twice in one day in a matter of hours, that happened to me. Not even in a matter of hours. The first one was at 1:31. The second timestamp was at 2:29. So in less than 1 hour, it happened twice. So then I'm like, the last thing I can think is either I'm seeing into the future and then kind of bouncing back. I'm in different reality, like parallel realities at different times, energetically speaking, obviously, energetically speaking. The last thought I had was, if I believe that NPCs are real in real life, in other words, there are kind of like filler people in my reality to make it more full, I guess. I don't know, to make it more exciting or whatever. Could it be that these people that I've seen twice in the same spot at the same time, minutes apart, because I have time stamped on my phone, are they NPCs? I don't know the answer to the question, you guys. Fillers. Janetta, welcome back to the chat. I didn't even see you sit so I could say hi. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so Janetta, you think they're fillers. Mallory, thank you for the likes, guys. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the likes. TikTok wasn't really pushing me out. For a second, I was just talking to myself this morning, which is cool. I'm fine with that. I know that I've been gone for a couple of days, MIA. So TikTok's like, well, you got to get yourself back in action, girl. Okay, fine. I'll do the work, my friends. I'll do the work. So I don't know the answer to the question. I thought to myself, I had many thoughts in this span of time. Obviously, you guys can see. Queen C, welcome to the chat. Yep, I noticed you noticed that a lot, Janetta. So I noticed that Kara's in the house. Good morning, Kara. I did notice I am BIA. Top BIA. No, I'm just joking. I do feel good to be back in action, by the way. I felt like I was missing action for days, and now I'm like back alive, back in my routine. So I had many moments. I was like, it could be an NPC. It could be the most logical, material, kind of earthly plane thought, which is they forgot their something and they had to go back to their car. The part that really gets me with the whole going back to the car situation is they're in the exact same place when I first saw them. Now, if they had to go back to their car and they were like 10 steps ahead, I would be like, oh, they forgot something. That would make sense. But the fact that they're right where I first saw them, like literally right where I first saw them, that's the part that tripped me up. I was like, something is strange here. Hey, Vax, welcome back to the chat. How are you, my friend? What did you think about your report? I can't wait to hear your thoughts. If you feel like sharing them in the chat, go ahead. And if not, then email me your thoughts or DM me your thoughts. So those things are what is like making me kind of like, that's a little bit interesting. Tony, no worries. We're just finishing the 3-part series of when I think I time traveled a couple weeks ago, and then when I experienced my own self-projection. And then in that same day, less than an hour in between, I think I saw another time travel NPC. What is happening? Now, this also happened to me once a couple of years ago, but when we were walking, the person, we were walking one way and we met a person going one way. And then we went around the block. And then we met the person coming back the same way, which I thought was a little bit strange, going the same way. I could see if maybe we walked around opposite ways of the block and we came across the other way. But I was walking one way, the person was walking this way. And then when I met them again this way, they were still coming this way. And I thought, did I just meet an NPC in real life? And I didn't really think much about that thought. That thought kind of came in and out of my head. I never really paid much attention to it. But this situation 2 weeks ago, I was like, are these people just part of my programming? Are they? Good morning, Mary. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to open the blinds a little bit, you guys. I have this weird, I don't know, my eyes feel kind of weird. I feel like it's too dark, which is typically strange of me to say, but I feel like it's a little too dark in this room. Okay, so let's see. Let me catch up with the chat. Thank you for the follow, Umi Africa. Is this my first experience with this? Janetta, no, it's not. I've had a couple of other kind of like time traveling experiences, but I never really paid them much attention. The reason I'm paying it so much attention right now is because I do know that I went into a new frequency recently. And within this new frequency, there's so many synchronicities. It's to the point that I don't ever have a question now about what I'm supposed to do next. I know exactly the next step to take in my life to excel in whatever I want to do. And so because of that kind of experience that I'm experiencing now, where I've been following my intuition for now, I would say almost, you guys, if you've been hanging out with me, it's been what, a month? I think it's been about a month since I've been doing this, like completely follow your intuition and then wait for the external confirmation, which by the way, I have tons of confirmations to share with you guys. So it's not the first time. I think what made it really in my face this time was twice, to make it true within 1 hour. within 1 hour. I didn't move. I was in the same lounge chair at the pool the entire time. Or did I? Energetically? I don't know. I didn't. When I was meditating, there was no like out of body experience. There was no astral travel feeling. I felt conscious, but meditating. If you drop into meditation and you know that feeling where you're like not in your body, you're in your body. But your body is connected energetically. And so you don't really feel your limbs. You don't really feel your fingers. You know you're there, but it's like my body could be like melting into the lounge chair and I wouldn't know because it's all kind of connected energetically. That was the feeling. A landscaper removed, you're freaking out right now. A landscaper removed a tree they shouldn't have. And I just told the landlord, I haven't slept. For me, I haven't slept. Oh, I'm sorry, Bex. I hope that everything gets situated. I don't know what you would even do in that situation. Did they cut it down? Oh, it's awful. It's kind of awful. I don't know. I feel sad. Like I feel very connected to nature now in my spiritual awakening. So it's like, I don't like that. Just like chopping stuff down. Janetta says, for me, I felt being shown how to identify the fillers. Yeah, I think for the most part, I'm pretty good at knowing like who's a filler and who's not. But ultimately, like, does the NPC, I think NPCs, I don't even want to call it NPC because I feel like that's so like soulless and like you're just kind of like here as an item. Because I don't think that they don't have souls. You know what I mean? Like I do believe that they're souls, they're here. I just wonder if their program is a little bit more basic or simple. I don't even want to say those words. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's a less of an awareness for sure. I would say most people that are still sleeping could be maybe considered NPCs as well. It's just so hard to describe. Kind of zoned out into a different reality. Was it that feeling? Obviously, it wasn't just zoned out. Yeah, I get it. Mallory, I wasn't zoned out though. That's the thing. Like I was like clear-minded. It wasn't like daydreaming. It was like a full-on like very serious meditation at the beginning, and then the projections and the downloads and me understanding what I was doing. And then when I came back, yeah, it definitely was not like I wasn't zoned. I don't know. I felt like I was very present. And I think that's the reason that I'm like I'm not tripping on it, but it's like I was so present and that's why I was so aware of it. Right. But then it's like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I want to be in a better headspace through my four. Oh, you haven't read it yet. Okay, I see, Bax. Yeah, no worries. I hope everything works out for you with the tree situation and your sleep. Oh my gosh. So now I've put the shades and now I feel like it's too bright. I don't know what's going on with my eyeballs. I need to change my contacts, you guys. Okay. Sorry. I need to go back down to this. Totally get that. Like you're totally aware, but also like not in your body. I might know what you're saying, but I also don't know how to put it into words. Yeah, it's like, well, I'm in my body when I'm dropped in. So that's why they say when you drop into meditation, you genuinely, it feels like you drop in, like your body is part of, if you're lying on the carpet, for example, your body and the floor are one. You're dropped into this like energy space. But unconsciously your mind is calm, you're aware, and because of that you can receive the downloads, or you can start to see the visuals, or you can start to feel the sensations, right? So yeah, I don't know. It's Frogman is in the house. Welcome to the chat. It's interesting. So I'm so sorry, first and foremost, to leave you guys hanging on a Thursday in New York City. I needed rest. I absolutely just could not go on. I was like busting out those reports. I didn't have much sleep, traveling with my little dog. She's barking at every little noise in the hotel. I know not many good excuses, but I was getting close to being very tired, and I know my body, and energetically, I'm always sharing with you that when you need to rest, you should do it wholeheartedly. And I needed to rest. And so that's what I did. For me, VIPE says, for me, it's kind of like the dreams where you're falling. Yeah, I mean, if that's your experience, that's not exactly how I feel it, but I could see how it could feel that way. or like when you're like starting to astral travel out, or like in your body melting into your chair. Exactly, Mallory. Yeah, it's like that. It's like the chair and I are one because it's all energy. And so energetically, we have basically connected. And yes, it's supporting me fully, but like ultimately, it's just part of me, right? Because energetically, everything is connected. Hello, Deanne. Welcome to the chat, my friend. It's nice to see you here on a Monday morning. All right, you guys. So that's the conversation. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's wild? Do you think I saw NPCs? Do you think I time traveled? Do you not know what to think? Because that's also an option too. That's an option as well. Because I don't know. I don't know. Haley's in the house. Welcome, Haley. Okay, so we'll give it a second. I'm going to switch topics anyway. I have another thought-provoking thing for you to think about on a Monday. You guys, I don't know what came over. Well, I do know what came over me. I got super rejuvenated in New York City. You wouldn't think going to New York City would revive a soul, but for me, it's on that Jupiter MC line. I'm feeling good. I feel expansive. I feel happy. I feel excited. Beck says, I'm almost to the point of out of body. I get like a buzzing in my third eye. Getting there though. Yeah, everything is consistency, right? Consistency in your meditation practice, consistency in your cleansing, kind of always aligning the chakra system, right? Aligning of the chakra system. I wish I could say, I need to start thinking of different ways to say that you need to align your energy in order to like step into your full power. Because I think people think it's kind of hoopla. Like it's like, yeah, whatever. But it's actually how you do it. And so I don't know. I'll have to think of different words. Because if it was up to me, every single one of you would be aligning your chakras, doing the dang thing, living synchronicity to synchronicity. So I had a friend, I'll share with you this story. It was quite interesting. I have a very close friend who I haven't spoken to in months because him and his family have been traveling all over the place. He's had a lot of life changes. And he was telling me, I don't know if I shared this with you guys. I have a new product service that I just recently launched. Actually, haven't really launched it except for to those in the Cosmic Collective. So if you're inside the Cosmic Collective, you already have access to this service. But I think I'll email it out to the rest of the world likely today. I got confirmation in my external environment twice already now, so it's time. By the way, you guys, for those of you that are in the Manifesting Club, sorry, really quickly, I just remembered today is the last day to join. I'm closing the doors tonight at around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not a minute later. That's just how it rolls. And the first meeting is, oh wait, we have our meeting on Wednesday. Yeah, our first meeting is Wednesday, in 2 days, Wednesday the 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Friday, August 16th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want into the Manifesting Club, it is a subscription. You pay monthly. You get charged monthly $11 a month, and you can join both meetings in the month or just one. Pick which one. Come in live on Zoom, write out what it is you desire, and you receive your manifestation. You receive all the energy to you, focused on you for that specific desire. You have to be on the Zoom live to write exactly what it is you desire. It is $11 a month. So remember, please, if you're interested in joining the Manifesting Club, doors are open until tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then they close for August. And then they'll close through the end of August, and then they'll reopen sometime in September, okay? But make sure to get in if you're interested. It's $11 a month. If you hate it, you can cancel. I never ask you why you want to cancel. You can just type me an email that says, please cancel. And that's okay. I trust that you're in divine order making the right decisions for yourself. Mallory says, I see it's like a vision and your guide showing you in real time the raising of your vibrations, possibly. Like a vision. Like the people that I saw twice were a vision. Sunshine, I don't do question and answer like that in these lives. If you're interested in a private reading with me, you can check out the link in my bio. There's tons of information on different sessions you can book. Mallory, I don't know what you mean by that. Like the people I saw were visions. Oh, I see. Yeah, for the things might unfold later on that explains why it happened and why you saw them. What things are you talking about? The time traveling pieces, like the two to make it true, the people I saw twice, and then my projection, and then the guy I saw twice again. Are you talking about that, or are you talking about my external confirmations, like for like this next conversation I'm going to have with you? I feel like that happens to me. I start connecting dots. Oh, yeah, it's like synchronicities. Yeah. So it's kind of like this is going to happen next, or this is what you should take next. And then from there, you're going to do XYZ next. And then the reason that you're following these paths is because your abundance is going to come to you. Your manifestations are going to unfold, whatever that looks like for you. Yes. So kind of goes a nice segue into this story about my friend who I hadn't spoken with in many months, which is unusual for us. Typically we speak about once a month. He's an entrepreneur friend of mine, and we used to work together, and just an overall good guy and really spiritual as well. So we connect on many levels, and he calls me and he's like, oh my, I said, so how's life been going? What have you been up to? How's your wife? How are the kids? What is happening in your world? Right. And he goes, I'm going to need you to sign an NDA before we have this conversation, because I'm going to write a book about my life. And I go, oh my gosh, you just confirmed for me my next service, my next offering to the world. And it's those situations. So I had been thinking in that morning, literally hours before we had this phone call, about how I would like to offer something where people can, perhaps if you don't even feel confident enough to write it in your journal, or perhaps you just need to tell somebody something within legal, realm, right? You can't come tell me a bunch of crazy things and then I have to go tell people if it's illegal. But within a legal, space, you just need to say something and you need to get it off your chest. But you don't have somebody that you can go to that's not going to judge you, that's not a safe space, whatever. So I was like, I want to create this idea called the Vent Vault, where people can come in, book a session, and just say what they need to say. Like, whatever it is you have to say. I don't know what you have to say. You know what you have to say, right? And so I was thinking, how will I make this legal where it's not, where people don't start telling me things that I do have to report or whatever, right? Because I'm not an attorney and I'm not a doctor and I'm not a priest. I'm none of those things. So how do I work with this, right? Well, my friend who's like, I'm going to need you to sign an NDA. I started laughing at him. I go, thank you for the confirmation. And by the way, he's also an attorney. So he's like, I can help you with this. And I'm like, boom, now I can release it to the world. Right? So that is just a small moment of when you know, first and foremost, how your energy works. I know when I'm allowed to release something to the world. I don't want to say allowed, but I know when something I release to the world will be helpful to the world, because I know I need the external confirmation. Now, this goes into a little bit of human design energy work. So if you're a manifestor if you're a manifesting generator or generator, you are somebody who has to have an idea and then receive confirmation from the outside world before you go take action on your idea. It's a little bit more complicated for manifesting generator than that, but that's the gist of it. Whereas if you're a projector, you need to wait for people to invite you to big things. Like, hey, I know you have this job right now that you're working at, but I would like you to relocate and I'm going to pay you $500,000 more. Would you like to interview for this job? Like that, right? So it's a little bit different. Stop it. I love that. Who's yelling at me? Wait, what word did I say? Like, things might unfold later. First day back to school for the kiddos. Have a great day, Samantha. Have a great day with the babies. Good luck with all the first day back to school. Wait, genius, brilliant, beautiful. Mallory, what is going on? Thank you for the follow. Spence for hire. Bren 80, thank you for joining. Mallory, what word did I say? Anyway, I'm going to keep going. So my friend tells me this and I'm like, okay, thank you for the confirmation. Then, and you guys, I don't typically wait for a 2 to make it true on the confirmation. It's just that. It's just so happened to be that I was taking days off. So on my days off, I don't work. I know it's a crazy concept, but I literally do not work. I was like, I'm literally taking the day off. I didn't even post TikTok videos. I broke my streak of like 6 months of straight posting every single day. And guess what? The world didn't end. And I still got hundreds of new followers in the last couple of days of not posting. I was blown away. I was like, wow, that's amazing. So my energy is moving, right? I'm on the wave. I'm moving through my momentum. And I scroll on TikTok and I see a girl and she's like, what do you do when you can't even write in your journal what you want to say? And I was like, you sign up for a Vent Vault session with me. Done. 2 to make it true. So if you guys are interested in the Vent Vault session, it is something new that I'm offering up. And I will be emailing those of you, if you're on my email list, you will get a notification today around how you can sign up for that. Anyway, that wasn't even meant to be an ad. It just happened to be that the synchronicity was a perfect story for what I'm doing. Oh, the vault idea. The word synchronicity. I was saying I love the vent vault idea. Thank you. Yeah, I love it too. I think a lot of people need to just get things off their chest just to get it to somebody else. And not to say that I will absorb it because I know how to protect my energy, but I think they just need to say it. And it's like, you're not going to judge me. I'm not going to think you're crazy. You're listening to me. So clearly, I'm not going to think you're crazy, right? I don't think you're crazy. I will not give you advice unless you ask for it directly. I will sit and I will intentionally listen. So you can just let it go. Let it go. Mallory, because you're in the Cosmic Collective, you already have access and you get 20% off. I think I gave you guys 20% off VIPs in the Cosmic Collective. So it's already in there in the courses. I think it's under discounts or something, somewhere in there. And we can talk about that if you're interested. For those of you that don't know what that Cosmic Collective is, it is a spiritual community where you receive spiritual lessons, you receive a spiritual chat with me where we go live on Zoom. You can ask me your personal spiritual questions. And now, rather than doing a channeled message for the collective, I'm doing a group energy healing every single month. I'm super excited about that. So monthly spiritual lesson, a community board, monthly spiritual chats, a monthly group energy healing, and discounts because you guys are awesome for being in the community. 20% off for most of my services. So get in if you're interested. The information is in my link in bio. And really quickly, the Manifesting Club doors close tonight. So let's go into something else rather thought-provoking, but we're going to take a bit of a breath because I feel like I've been talking. I don't know if you feel that way, but I feel that way. Also because I'm very excited because I'm back with you guys. So I'm going to take a breath. And just ground my energy. I'm going to do 2 more. Actually, you can breathe with me if you'd like, and you don't have to. Okay, I feel better now. Yeah, the vibe. Thank you, VIPE. That's how I feel too. I feel so animated and alive. I'm telling you, those 2 days I took off were just exactly what I needed. Amethyst is back in the house. Hello, my friend. Welcome back. I needed that time off. I really did. And I could tell my body craved it. My soul craved it. New York City is so alive with so many different types of people. So I got to experience all of the beauty that is New York City, from the Upper East Side down to Soho and in between. And I love that city. To live, I don't know, but to visit all the time. Love, love, love. Okay, so let's talk then about another thought in my brain. This thought did not originate in my brain. This thought originated by or from, do you guys know Scott Adams? He writes the Dilbert comics. Dilbert, the guy that like worked kind of the funny work comics back in the day. I think he got canceled, which I don't really know exactly what for. It's interesting because I read a book of his. I was very intrigued by him. Yes, you know him. Okay, so I was very intrigued by him. I heard about his story and I wanted to read. So he has a couple of books out, but I can't remember the book. Maybe I'll look it up really quickly for you guys. Scott Adams books. Because his story is incredible of how he became like a great cartoonist and all this stuff. How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. I think that's the one I read. How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. He is really into the programming, the matrix, psychology, understanding the human, spirituality. He's quite an interesting person. And I read his book probably, 6 or 7 years ago. But in his book, I thought it was miraculous that he lost his ability to speak for years. And the doctors were like, you're never going to speak again. And he shares this kind of journey of how he went about healing himself. And it really just sparked my interest in him as a person. Well, I never really thought about him. And then my partner one day is like, hey, do you know Scott Adams? And I was like, yeah, Scott Adams, the cartoonist, the Dilbert guy. And he's like, how do you know him? I was like, I read his book like years ago. And he's like, oh, he does a podcast. He's kind of quite interesting. He talks about the macroeconomics of the world. He talks about AI, politics, kind of everything, a little bit of everything. And he oftentimes has very different viewpoints. So I am a truth seeker first and foremost. I want to know what is the actual truth, right? So it's hard. You have to take out your beliefs. You have to take out what you think is fact based on science and all these things. And you have to really stay focused on, is this the truth or not? And then also, like, how do you know it's really the truth, right? So he talks about that a lot. He said something the other day in a podcast, and I was like, what? Wait, what? So I want to know what you guys think. I'm pausing for the drama, but I'm also pausing because I'm like, this to me was like, what? But it kind of made sense. So then I was like, wait, what? And then I went on this rabbit hole down the hole, as you guys know I do. And I started thinking, okay, what about this? What about this? He says, free will does not exist. I was like, oh, crap. I was like, what? He said, what? And then I was like, okay, I'm going to hear him out because I first and foremost want the truth. I want to know what the truth is. And then I will form my beliefs and my opinions about what I think is the truth. Yeah, it was quite interesting. He does a morning show at like 7 a.m. every morning on YouTube, I think. Scott Adams. Many topics are quite interesting. He talks about politics a lot. That's not my jam. Usually my partner listens and I read on my Kindle, but every once in a while he'll say something and I'm like, oh, what? Especially when he's talking about AI, spirituality, the matrix, programming, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so VIP says, as a 401, I would agree. Okay, so he says, Mallory, free will does not exist and hypnosis proves it. Because if we all had free will all the time, how would you be able to hypnotize somebody and make them quack like a chicken, moon the audience, whatever weird stuff they did back in the day when they had hypnotized people? How would you be able to hypnotize somebody if they had free will all the time? And I was like, well, shit. That was my first thought. Okay. Okay, Scott Adams, are you blowing my world up right now? A little bit. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with like spiritual contracts, soul contracts, the Akashic records. I was listening to a lady last night talking about Akashic records, and she was talking about exit points within the plan. If you start to go really unconscious, really far away from your plan, you might have might have an early transition from your body and start over again in a new body, or you might have something that really shakes you up. I think that's what happened with my near-death experience. I think I was going too far away from the plan, and my record keepers were like, oh, we're headed toward an exit point because she's got to be shaken up a little. And instead I started to pray, no, please, keep me alive. And so, yeah, here I am today. I think that's what happened. It makes more sense. Well, Tony, that was another question. Is it because the person is allowing themselves to be hypnotized? I don't know. So let's go deeper into it. A little mentee bee for me. So, Tony, that's a great point. But what about the people that are brainwashed right now? Maybe they don't know they're brainwashed, but they've permission granted to be green. Did they give their permission? Did they watch the news every single day? They chose to watch the news every day, but did they know they were being brainwashed by the things that they were being told, by the programming, quite literally called programming, the television programming? Because they couldn't dare call it television brainwashing because then nobody would watch it, right? Nobody would watch it. So I'm like, well, did they choose to be hypnotized? Many people do. They choose because they want to go to past life regression. They want to quit an addiction. They want to heal some way, whatever. Yeah, I agree. That's free will. But then once they are hypnotized, what is that? Because once they're hypnotized, they're not in control. So then what? People actually make the choice to be open to hypnosis. Right, Angela. I'm not saying the people that choose to be hypnotized. I'm talking about, let's take it deeper than that. Do we actually lose our free will in moments? What about the people that are brainwashed? Do they choose to be brainwashed? Do you choose it? Television brainwashing or television programming. They literally call it TV programming. You're watching this program on TV, right? So what's a nicer word than programming is, or brainwashing is programming. So it feels less like intrusive. But are you choosing? I guess they're choosing to turn on the TV to the same channel and listen to the same people say the same words over and over and over again. So perhaps it's still free will. But then I started thinking, well, then are we always just being brainwashed or programmed in whatever way? It could be good brainwashing. or it could be bad brainwashing. So I said, okay, if we live in a simulation for real, then we're always being programmed. Even down to the Akashic Records lady said last night, she said, in your records, there are exit points. You have this big plan when you come in. And if you get off course, there are exit points. There could be 8, there could be 10, depending on your plan and your soul and whatever. And so I thought, okay, well, if we're always kind of in this program, if we're always in this matrix, this simulation, and if we don't really have full free will, if we maybe have 90% free will or whatever it is, right? Making that part up, then could we just brainwash ourselves, reprogram, right? They always say we have to rewire our brain. Joe Dispenza, reprogram the brain. From what? From the original programming, from the limiting beliefs, from the fears. And then I was like, well, then I think everybody should just program themselves, brainwash themselves into manifesting their best reality. World peace. I just solved it. I know I'm kind of making light of it, but I think it's a very serious thing. Like, do we really lose our free will, first and foremost? And if we're always being programmed, no matter what, then don't you want to just program yourself to the super positive? That's what I'm choosing. I'm choosing to program myself to the super positive, to program myself to full manifestation mode, which I'm already there, by the way. I'm programming it to go faster now, because now it's like, well, if I'm already there, then let's like make it, like, let's speed it up. Let's see how fast we can make it go. And what's a better word than brainwashing or programming? Because even programming, I think, has a little bit of a negative connotation to it. I think in this day and age where a lot of people are awake, they're like, you're programmed, right? You're still in your old programming. So what's the newest word? What's the newest word? VIPE says yes. Mallory says yes. Beck says people feel the need to have their mindset approved, so they seek out things for their narrative. Agreed. I agree. In childhood, we weren't able to choose our programming. Agreed, Mallory. I agree. Frequencies, VIP says. Yeah, but like, yeah, it's polarity. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to be brainwashed. VIP Deborah is in the house. Hello, Deborah. You're going to get brainwashed into low negative brainwashing, or you're going to get brainwashed into like, I'm the best, not from an ego standpoint. I'm empowered and I can create my reality and I can give my heart freely to others. And I can empathize with others. And I can be compassionate towards others, and I can live in peace, right? The vote, give me the vote. Deborah, what's that? Thank you for the gift, my friend. Thank you for the lightning bolts. Phoenix Rising is in the house. Thank you for the likes. Back again for more light. Oh, thank you, Phoenix Rising. Good morning, VIP Deborah. So VIPE says you can get trapped in someone else's frequency or follow your own. Yeah. So I was dreaming last night. I know you guys, this is kind of like mental, but I was dreaming last night and they kept telling me to match the frequency. And they were like, it's as simple as just matching the frequency. Just match the frequency. Match the frequency. And there's this over and over again how they wanted me to match the frequency. I don't remember the details of the dream. I just remember seeing match the frequency. They were showing me colors to like match my colors with this color, and then I would be in the frequency. So I don't know. Do we lose free will when we're hypnotized? There are people, by the way, you guys, this isn't something that I've made up. There are people that are living on this earth that are brainwashed. And you know you're brainwashed when somebody shows you facts that are factual about, say, an experiment. So this is how they did it in the 70s. Some scientists in the 70s wanted to know if you could brainwash people. And so I think it was the 70s anyway, from what I recall. And they did this experiment where they started to brainwash people and gave them all these wrong facts and figures and whatever. And the people were like, okay, and they bought into it, right? They turned their belief into this idea that this is right. And then the scientists, after however many months of brainwashing, told the people, by the way, this is actually the data, the proof. We were lying to you. They straight up said, we were lying to you. This is the actual proof. And I think 5 to 10% of the people stayed believing in the first lie. They stayed believing. They were like, nope, that's not it. This isn't real. This is real. So they proved that you can brainwash. You can program, you can TV program. But if we live in a simulation and we have the Akashic records that kind of tell us our soul's plan, are we already programmed? And then if we are programmed, why not just choose the best programming? So now I'm like, well, screw it. I don't know if I even care anymore about any of it. I'm just like, I will brainwash myself into the best. Why not, right? Phoenix Rising, you missed it. The MPCs of life. We were just talking about that earlier. You missed it. Jenny, thank you for the follow. Reiki with Ashley, welcome to the chat. So I'm going to let you guys talk about it for the next few minutes before we get on the energetic wave at 10 o'clock precisely. By the way, if you're new here, remember the Manifesting Club doors are open until tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They close, my friend, they close. We start manifesting together August 14th, which is Wednesday, this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom, live on Zoom. Or we manifest together this Friday, August 16th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come to one of the sessions or both, your choice, and enter your desire in the chat, and you will have a group of people sending you energy. And it is powerful and it is beautiful. Hello, Katniss from the Philippines. Welcome to the chat. Timmy, welcome to the chat. Ooh, Timmy, I love that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You guys, good numbers. We're on the right path. Weirdo Babe, welcome to the chat. So thoughts on this idea of, do we have free will? Seems as though we have some. I don't know if we have 100%. Especially the whole exit points thing I learned with the Akashic last night, which was your soul will start to go toward the exit points that you have planned for you, pre-planned, if you start to go off course too far unconsciously. I think that when I heard that, I was like, I swear that's why I had that near-death experience. I swear, because I was so freaking misaligned. My whole body's in chills right now. I was so misaligned. I can't describe to you how misaligned I was. It was just this awful. My face, so my body was carrying weight. My face was all puffy. I was miserable. I was pushing 5,000 boulders up the hill. I was not Wu Wang as the river. I'm the creator of my reality. I will see what I vibrate. I tested positive for ghosts. Oh my gosh. Oh, VIP Deborah, I'm so sorry. We're gonna send you guys, we'll send you some energy when we get on the wave, because that's not good. I hope you feel better soon. Tap into your healing energy, right? You're a healer inside and out. Same for your partner. So perhaps you guys can really focus in on visualizing yourself as whole, visualizing yourself as very vibrating in a healthy energy, in alignment. VIP says that makes a lot of sense for me, my near-death experience too. Mallory says it makes so much sense. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. Somebody's got to say it, Mallory. Somebody. Hello, Laura. Thank you for the rose. Thank you, Phoenix, for the finger heart. You're welcome, Deborah. You're welcome. Yeah, rest up for sure. Tony, yes, I've accessed my own Akashic, but I haven't done it frequently enough, nor have I practiced enough. And from what I was listening to with this lady last night, who spends her life reading records for others, I think it's a series, and I don't necessarily know if, first and foremost, if my path is to become a records reader. Maybe, but I think the series of events kind of goes from like, I think it's going to be part of my spiritual evolution. I guess I should say it that way. And I don't quite think my soul is there yet, or wants to, or whatever. So, but yes, I have read my own records a couple of times, but for some reason, it's just not something that I'm that interested in yet. But I also wonder, because I would see how you would want to go read your records if you're very curious about the next steps or whatever. But because I'm always receiving the synchronicities in my external environment, I'm not that concerned or wondering what my next steps are, because I have a thought. I wait, just like my manifesting generator energy is meant to do. I let my external environment say, go time. I tell you, I inform, right? I tell my partner, I tell you, by the way, I'm creating this new product or service. And then boom, I go do it. Whoosh, a whoosh of energy. And so for those of you that are interested in the Vent Vault, that is the newest service, and it will be emailed to you to sign up for sessions starting today if you would like to do that. Phoenix Rising, thank you for the lightning bolts. I appreciate you. That's so sweet. Thank you. So you guys, lots to think about. On a Monday, I came back coming in hot. You guys know I don't play like that. I just feel so revived from my time in New York City. I had so much fun. I did all the things. Lived my best Carrie Bradshaw life for a couple moments. Toted my little dog around. I didn't even share the most exciting news. My dog has been struggling to walk since her surgery, and I was starting to get a little bit, I don't want to say worried. I was noticing it. I was like, okay, it's been a while since this surgery. It's been 6 weeks almost, and she's still hopping. Now, I know it's a habit, first and foremost, that we need to break. And I also know she has a lot of atrophy in her leg, which means her muscle has depleted kind of. And so we need to rebuild it. And we've been doing the therapy a little bit, but probably not as like diligently as the doctor ordered, which I feel bad for because I know it's my responsibility. But last night, I was like, let's just try to get her to walk down the hallway, just like walk normal. Like, I just want her to walk normal. My partner's like, why don't we put a harness on her so we can really hold her on her back? And she's forced to, like, with a harness instead of a leash, they're forced to kind of use their back paws, right? And she walked like a normal little dog up and down the hallway the whole way. I was so happy, you guys. I was so happy. In New York, I carried her around the whole time. We're shopping. The ladies are like, you can put her down. I was like, I would like to, except for she's just going to hop around. She's standing on 3 feet. And then people are like, what's wrong with your dog? And I'm like, she's recovering from surgery. And that's a whole thing. So I'm like, I'll just hold her. Thank you, though. I'll hold her. I know. Go Pippi. She's sleeping right here right now. She's so precious. She did so good on the trip, too. Well, she barked the whole time. Every time a door opened, the doors of the hotel we were staying at were very heavy. They kept slamming shut every time. And we were right near like a service elevator or maybe a service, I think it was a service elevator slash room. And so there were the people that were like the staff that would deliver room service or whatever to your room, the cleaning people, constantly slamming that door. She would bark every time. I'm like, oh, we're going to get kicked out. But we didn't get kicked out. Bax, have a great day. I hope you're feeling better. I hope the thing with the tree works out with the landlord. I hope you get some rest. I will be writing reports all day today too, by the way. I got so many reports I have to do, but I'm so happy. But yeah, everything is going great. I'm so glad you guys came back to hang out with me. I was worried, are my friends coming back to me? But here you are, so thank you. Have a great day, Bex. So yeah, that's my life for the last couple of days. New York was great. I did not take a single photo. I lied. I took 3 photos. You guys, I was so present that I didn't take a single photo really. I took 3 photos of Pippi. It rained Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was working those days anyway, so I didn't really leave the hotel room. Like I quite literally did not leave the hotel room. Thursday, it was a little bit rainy, but we were able to sneak out for a few hours to do some shopping. And then it rained some more. And Friday, it was supposed to rain, but then it cleared up all day. So we got to bounce around Soho. There's tons of shopping down there, good people watching, so many different energies and types of culture and people. So that was really fun. And then Saturday, we left in the morning. So it was a very kind of, felt like a short trip because most of the time I was working anyway, so was my partner. But then the days we did get to go out was really nice. But I just feel like I was so in the moment and just like living that I didn't take photos. I didn't take photos. I didn't take any videos. No content. Just out here living, you guys, out here living. Let's get on the wave. Diana, welcome to the chat. You're here just in time. Diana, my friend, thank you for your patience. I'm working on your report. Yours is the next one out my inbox tonight, my friend. So thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry it's been taking me so long. Yeah, I feel like it's a good thing too, VIP Deborah. I was like, you know what? I know it kind of seems lame, like pick or it didn't happen, right? You have to take all the photos for your social media, but I was like, yeah, I'm not that person anyway. I'm not the one that's like out here taking all the photos. I like to just hang out with you guys live more than anything, and then create the content for the rest of the world that's not hanging out with me live yet. Keyword. All right, you guys, let's get on the energetic wave. We have 5 minutes, so let's just go for it. You ready? Aw, thank you. Yes, it is more important. I agree. VIPE, thank you. It was really healthy. You can tell just, I mean, I feel so much lighter. I feel like I was mindful in New York City. I didn't like overindulge in anything. It was a really nice balance of getting rest versus being out and about with lots of people, right? Because you know the city's full of people. It was good. And I feel proud that I got some work done. I feel proud that I launched a Vent Vault. If you guys are new here and you need to vent, welcome to the Vent Vault session. If you're on my email list, you'll get access to book a session today if you want. Thank you, Lala. Reminder to those that are in the Manifesting Club, we manifest this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come to one or come to both, whichever you prefer. It's on Zoom. Make sure you have Zoom on your computer before we start the session, and make sure to be on time because we start meditating in the first 5 minutes. So be on time or else the doors are kind of closed. You have to come in on time. Those that are in the Cosmic Collective, so Deborah, Mallory, if Catherine's in the house, Catherine's not here. A few more people are in the Cosmic Collective. You have 20% off now to many different services of mine. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, you have that access, and the discount code is in the Cosmic Collective courses. So make sure to go in and check it out. All right. Let's get on the energetic wave, my friends. We are going to be wavy today. I have lots of reports to write. I have an appointment in the middle of the afternoon I must go to. So I'm juggling my day. So we've got to wave together. Let's go. Let's close our eyes. If you're new here, just follow along. It's pretty easy. Think of something you're manifesting in your brain. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Belly nice and full. Push it against your pants. And exhale it out of your mouth. Resetting the energy from the conversation we just had. Breathing in. Letting it go. Maybe you want to move your neck around a little, shrug your shoulders a little. Breathing in one more time. Releasing this powerful conversation around time traveling, around hypnosis, free will, programming. So many brilliant things to be thinking about. Let it go. Good. Repeat out loud if you can after me, or silently if you prefer, thinking of your manifestation and your new reality that you are stepping into. I am strong. I can do this. Smile big, show me your teethers. You're happy that you're manifesting a new reality. I freaking did it. You're so happy you did it. I knew I could do it. I am strong. I can do this. Smile big and show me your teethers. I freaking did it. I knew I could do it. Breathing in, pulling the energy from your root chakra up to your crown and at the crown, expanding your vision out to the energetic plane. Big, big, big. And on the exhale, bringing it back down from the crown, down, down, down your spine to your root chakra, cementing it into your physical reality, bringing your thoughts down into the physical world, quite literally. One more time, breathing in, pulling the energy up the spine, up, up, up to the crown, expanding it out, making your vision as big as you can, seeing it clearly, seeing the faces, the excitement, the energy, whatever it is you're manifesting. And on the exhale, pulling it back down into your physical reality. I kind of cement it and swirl it around my root chakra, which sits at the base of the spine. You may even feel the energy kind of moving around your sits bone, your root chakra. Good. One more time. I am strong. I can do this. Show me your teethers. Smile big. I freaking did it. I knew I could do it. All right, my friends, you are now on the energetic wave with me. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for coming back and hanging out with me after my trip to NYC. I'm going to Europe in a couple of weeks. We're going to be doing kind of the same thing. I won't be taking my laptop with me to Europe. We'll only be streaming on my phone, doing as many live streams as I can. I'm going to do my best with the time change and all of that. Once again, last call, manifesting doors are open until 8 p.m. tonight, and then they close Eastern Standard Time. So if you're thinking about joining, please join. It's $11 a month. It's a subscription. If you don't like it, just cancel. You're not going to hurt my feelings any. I promise you that. And yeah, Victoria's surfing. Nurse Rose says, thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you for liking. Needed that. I know we've been on the wave together, you guys, since last Wednesday. It's been a long time to be riding the same wave. So I'm glad we're on a new one. I hope you guys have some great energy. VIPE is surfing. Great. Have a great day, Lala. You too. I can't wait to see you and meet you IRL in the Manifesting Club. For those of you that want to sign up for Event Vault session, check your email. If you're not on my email list, then perhaps you want to go sign up for the free Detox Your Energy Masterclass, which is a link in my bio. You can sign up for the class and you can join my email list. And then you have me in your inbox, I don't know, once a week or something like that. Have a good day, VIP Deborah. You guys, let's send some energy really quickly to Deborah. Breathing in. Deborah, Deborah, Deborah. And on the exhale through the heart chakra, pushing white light energy out to Deborah, please. VIP Deborah. filling her energetic space with high vibrational healing energy so that she moves through her COVID situation quickly and is back to 100% health very soon. Have a great day, Victoria. Have a good one. Victoria, happy belated birthday. Oh my gosh, I meant to tell you on Friday. I was going to go live on Friday, and then I didn't go live on Friday. So happy belated birthday. I hope you had a special day. I hope it was amazing. You're welcome, Deborah, VIP Deborah. And for all of you that are on the wave, stay on the wave. Remember, if you fall off the wave, get back on the wave. We're manifesting Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 10 a.m. and or 10 a.m. Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Wednesday, this Friday. Get into the club if you want in. We are having a great time inside. All right, you guys, have a great day. I will see you all back here tonight at 5 p.m. for our evening sesh, our chill vibes, or if not, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.